Hi everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing my 20-week pregnancy update and just life updates in general as well. There has been so much going on around the country, around Minneapolis where I live, and I want to talk all about that as well as a few things that have gone on with my health and that sort of thing. First, I want to introduce myself to those who are new around here, which is pretty much most of you because I'm new around here. Hi, I'm Connelly. I am 20 weeks pregnant with my second baby. I have one baby, Evangelina. She is 15 months old and just a sweet little angel. And we're expecting a girl, so very exciting. She's due in 20 weeks, we're halfway there. If this kind of content interests you, please stick around, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you around this pregnancy journey. Whew. So with that out of the way, I wanted to touch base on some things that have gone on in Minneapolis, which is the murder of George Floyd. It's just so upsetting. So as you probably know, George Floyd was a black man who died in police custody. It was really a gruesome way to die. There was video of it, and the Minneapolis police officers involved are being charged with murder. At least one of them is. We've seen this time and time again, countless times in this country, on video, and heard about it, and it's not on video. Rightfully so, people were upset, people were protesting, and there were huge riots. Now, we're also under quarantine right now. The pandemic's going on with COVID-19. The reason I'm bringing this up is because it caused significant closures to basically everything, everywhere. So stores, a Target was burned down the first or second night of protests. So Targets and Walmarts and places like that were all closing. If grocery stores were open, they were closing early. The pharmacy by us got hit, so pharmacies weren't open, and I did have a little medical emergency come up that I'll talk about in a minute here. We're under quarantine still. We're under social distancing orders due to COVID-19. Those had started to open up in Minnesota here June 1st. So little by little, things were allowed to open up. People were allowed to go back. Places like restaurants and non-essential stores were able to open. Because of that, we had decided to take Evangelina out of daycare because I have asthma and I'm pregnant. When you're pregnant, by the way, your immune system is slightly suppressed, and so we don't have enough data on COVID-19 to understand what are the effects long-term of a baby whose mother had COVID-19 before it was born. Like, if I can't get enough oxygen, the baby probably can't get enough oxygen too, right? So I feel like it's really on me to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to social distance and stay away from danger in terms of getting the disease myself. So with everything opening up, we had decided to take Evangelina out of daycare June 1st and have my mom come and help nanny, I don't know what to call it, watch her during the day while we work, which has been such a blessing. It's so nice, especially with everything going on, all of the protesters going out. I mean, I have a hunch now there's just thousands and thousands of people in the roads protesting. There's going to be more outbreak, obviously. I mean, this is just what's going to happen. So that's something that's been on my mind. So anyway, all of that being said, I had a little medical emergency come up this week where my gland, which you can see looks totally normal, it's back to being fine. It got so swollen, that part of my face was swollen. I mean, it was really painful. My ear was being like pushed out, like it hurt so bad. It was scary because I had to go out in all of this going on, and so when I had to go to a specialist, I had to go to an ENT eventually, and on the way there I get a call and they're like, we share a parking lot with Walmart, there's barricades, you're gonna have to go around. So it was just, finding out how to get to this place I'd never been before through a roundabout way. I mean, if that's the most I was affected, I think I'll survive, I'll be fine, but there was just a little extra stress added. And then we had to find a pharmacy that was open because I did have to go on probiotics for this gland, and I don't know yet, I haven't decided if I'm gonna show a picture of what it looked like because it's so embarrassing, it's so hideous and just gosh awful, it's horrible. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually show a picture, but if I do, you'll see it was just like so much mass here. Oh, it hurts so bad. But anyway, I had to go on antibiotics. Feeling much better now that that's taken care of. I really didn't want to go on antibiotics being pregnant, but the ENT said, the ears, nose, and throat specialist, doctor said that it wasn't going to go away on its own. It was just going to get worse. So my parotid gland had an infection, had to deal with that via antibiotic. This is the week I feel like I've popped. I'm so big. Here, let me see if I can just show you. It's a little funny, but you can like really see what's happening here. Yeah, this is my 20-week bump. And I feel like I'm getting back to a more normal size for being 20 weeks. At first, started showing early on. I felt like I just looked so huge because I did for being that early on. But now I feel like, okay, this looks like a 20-week bump. I don't look 30 weeks or 40 weeks pregnant. I'm gonna have to adjust, I think, and sit this way, more comfortable. The other exciting, something that was good that came out of this week was the 20-week ultrasound. We got to see baby, and that I did vlog that, so check that out. I'll link below and maybe up here too. But it was just kind of sad because Mick didn't get to go. There was no anyone else besides me allowed to go due to COVID-19 restrictions with the OBGYN and just doctors in general. We saw the baby, and what's funny is that she was not, like, I have not been able to feel her as much as I felt Evangelina. Like with Ava, I felt her so much. Anytime I ate or drank anything, she was kicking around in there, and it was just a kung fu fighter, I felt like. And this time it has not been like that. And so I found out that my placenta is right here, like in front of my stomach. So when the baby like kicks, I don't feel it as much because there's that extra padding there. So that makes a lot more sense. Really comforting to know that as well. Also interesting is that during the ultrasound, at first, she wasn't really moving around very much. Like we even had to take a little intermission for me to get up and move around to try to get her to go into different positions. And so the 20-week ultrasound took about an hour to do because we had to wait for her to move and get in position for the ultrasound tech to see what she needed to see. So with Ava, just for comparison, the 20-week ultrasound took 8 minutes because she was moving around so much that the ultrasound tech got everything that she needed at the time in 8 minutes. So an hour versus 8 minutes. I'm interested to see now if this next baby will be more snuggly, more content, just want to be calm, because she was in the fetal position for so much of it. It was so cute. And for reference, I never saw Ava in the fetal position ever. She was just moving and grooving, and this little baby was like asleep and just, so I wonder. And now Ava, to this day, she'll cuddle for a second and then she's like, all right, let's get in the action. You know, she doesn't want to just hang out there unless she's really sick or sad or something. So it'll just be interesting to compare their personalities. So one of my 20-week symptoms is that in the past few weeks, my left leg has gotten a lot of varicose veins and my right leg hasn't. So I was concerned about circulation. Maybe there was something going on since it was only one leg, but the doc says it's fine. Sometimes they go away after pregnancy, sometimes they don't. So I really hope that they do because they're not cute. But yeah, it's just weird that one leg has it and the other doesn't. Okay, next, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna share this symptom because it's so weird, but my teeth have moved so much, and I even asked the doctor about it because it's just crazy, but I went to floss the other night and there was no friction between my two front teeth. Like there was a gap in between my two front teeth, which has never happened. I mean, that's the craziest thing in the whole world, right? To all of a sudden have a gap in between your two front teeth. So the doctor said that there is this hormone called relaxin, and it can relax your tendons and things even in your mouth. So other people have mentioned this symptom before too, and early on, one of my first pregnancy symptoms that I documented in this video, I'll link it below too, my first like early symptoms, my 2-week wait, you know, before I had a positive pregnancy test symptoms, was that I could like feel my teeth, like as if it was tissue instead of teeth. Like I could feel that. It was just they were really sensitive. So anyway, basically what I've learned is anytime you Google anything to ask if it's a pregnancy symptom, it is. Another pregnancy symptom is that I've just had really bad pregnancy insomnia. This is not something I deal with when I'm not pregnant, but when I am pregnant, it hits me hard. So yeah, it's one of those things. And one time last pregnancy, my doctor said, well, you might have to get up and eat something. Like it could be your blood sugar dropping and your body's waking you up to like alert you to that. So that has helped in the past, but this time I haven't been getting up and eating in the middle of the night just because it's not a huge priority. Like I'd rather just sit awake for a little bit than go down and eat and get all awake and ruffled up. A really positive pregnancy symptom for this 20-week mark, which is halfway through, is I've just been feeling so well. Besides the gland thing and, you know, the varicose veins in the teeth thing didn't really affect me or bother me, so that's good. But first trimester, I was so sick, and I was just looking at my video vlog that I did when Ava was a baby model for Target, and I'll link that below too. You should check it out. It's kind of fun. But I was 6.5 weeks pregnant and I was just so sick that day, and there's just no amount of money that can buy not feeling that nauseous. I mean, it was, oh, I was so sick. So my point is, I'm so glad, I'm so grateful to be in this amazing stage right now. I just feel great and everything's going well. So I hope that continues as long as pregnancy continues as well. With that, that is my 20-week update. I'm so happy to be feeling well, like I said. So thank you all for watching. Click like and subscribe for more content and follow along on this pregnancy journey. And we'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Bye.